What's up, Saints? It's me. Different format, I know, but welcome to my new segment. Well, actually, it's not technically new. I already have an entry in this series, but I don't think we're gonna count that.
Jordan from Dreamland.
I said we're not gonna count that. Ezekiel 37. What a strange masterpiece of a story. My dad told me this story when I was a kid, and I was in love with it. It's weird though, really weird. And also, it doesn't get talked about enough, in my opinion. So why is it so weird, you may ask? I'd say because of how unnatural it is. Well, I mean, technically it's unnatural to us, but it's natural to God. You know, that's too much thinking. I'm not gonna think too hard about it. So what happens in Ezekiel 37? I'm glad you asked. Well, the Israelites are in bondage, like they always are. I mean, when aren't they in bondage? These people stay getting disciplined and humbled by God. Kind of like us. Despite them being enslaved and overtaken by the Babylonians, there was a new hope, Ezekiel. And Ezekiel, who was a prophet amongst Israel, he got a vision. In his vision, God carries him to a valley, the valley of the dry bones. Hey, that's the name of the video. So God asked Ezekiel a question. He was like, hey, Ezekiel, you see these bones? Can these bones live again? Ezekiel was like, Lord, you tell me, I don't know. God was like, tell you what, preach to these dry bones my prophecy. Man, I'd be like, let me get this straight. You carried me to this valley while I was dreaming, taking a sleep, and you expect me just to talk to this valley of corpses. Okay. Sounds like fun. So my man Ezekiel started spitting. Man was like, dry bones, listen to the word of the Lord. I will put breath into you and make you live again. I will put the flesh and the skin on you and you will return to life. And when the Lord breathes life into you, you will know he is the Lord. Bars. And when he started, the ground started shaking. Something weird started to happen. The bones started rattling. And as Ezekiel kept preaching to the valley of the dry bones started assembling. He kept preaching, he kept preaching, he kept preaching. And then the muscles would come on the body. And then the fiber and the tendons and the skin. And it formed an entire army. Then God spoke to Ezekiel again after he was done. And he gave him the meaning of the dream. That the bones represented Israel. Dried up, parched, lack of hope. It was a dark time for Israel. I mean, but when isn't it? I'm sorry, that's not funny. And now God told Ezekiel to go do what you did in the valley of the dry bone. Go to Israel, preach to them the prophecy. Tell them the news of what's about to happen. Ezekiel was there to resurrect their dead souls. This story's weird, man. This sounds like something out of a dark fantasy nightmare. I think what I love personally about this story the most is, I mean, not only how strange it is and how wacky it is, but the fact that Ezekiel must have had such passion talking to the valley of dry bones, especially when he saw what was about to happen. You know, all the bones rumbling and all that good stuff. You know, that spark and that creativity that God had to illustrate to him this very specific dream in order to save Israel. It really resonates with me. I mean, that's exactly what I tried to do with you guys, you know, and talking and better my craft. And I pray that I do that. And, you know, each video I make, I'll be getting better. See y'all next week.